particular chatham, and today we've got the wonderful Leonie Shanahan, who is an absolute powerhouse here on the Sunshine Coast in helping set up organic, edible school gardens at dozens of schools all across the coast.
More than 20.
More than 20 now. That's fantastic. So you've taught thousands of kids how to grow food.
Absolutely thousands, and we've even rubbed off onto the parents and grandparents.
Oh, even better. Fantastic.
Yeah.
And you've already written a book, and it's a great book called Eat Your Garden.
I just happen to have a copy here.
And it's beautifully illustrated, really practical. But now, what's your latest project?
Okay, this has just been released. We've actually done a DVD about how to set up school gardens. So what happened was a professional film crew, followed me around for 18 months and recorded the whole program from when I go into the school and teach the kids about design, and that kids come up with a design, and then we get parents in to help us put that design together, and then from there the kids are learning. It's a 12-month program.
Yeah. The
kids are all learning about how to compost, build worm farms, how to grow foods, seeds, seedlings, how to harvest, because it's not just a matter of just pulling it out of the ground. There's different processes, and pest control as in prevention rather than cure. So that whole process, and one of the most exciting days is our harvest festival as well. And we don't have disposables. We eat off leaves.
Oh, cool.
Off a leaf, we grow the leaves.
Yeah.
Eat off the leaves, and then they get composted. Or if we have chooks, the chooks will, have a little feast on them as well. So, and that's a celebration day. We might get a chef in or whatever. So it's all been recorded and put together in 90 minutes. So
wow, cool. That's a fantastic resource.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
And it's also in chapters. So if you don't want to sit down and watch 90 minutes, you can actually go to the chapter. Okay, I need to know about compost, so go to the compost chapter.
Perfect. Awesome. And so, tell me, if there's a mum out there thinking, gee, I'd really love to have a school garden for where my kids go to school, what would be the steps that they need to take to see that happen?
Okay, so firstly, you've got to look at the support within your school. If you're going to do it by yourself, start small and make that successful. And then that will bring in people. But if you try and go larger and you haven't got a principal behind you, you haven't got the teachers behind you, you're setting yourself up for failure. So build it that way. Now if you have got some support, preferably you've got the principal, you've got some teachers behind you, and parents, at least 3 people anyway, and then you can do a bigger program.
That's really great advice.
Yeah.
And I think it's the same when you're starting a garden at home, isn't it? Really, you sort of want to start small if you're just beginning.
Start at that back door and then work out. But make it look successful, and people like to jump on board successful programs. Try and do it too big and not have it working, and you're getting frustrated because no one's helping you, and the kids want to be there but the teachers aren't allowed to send the kids out. It's just you're just setting yourself up for disaster. Yeah,
so you want to have some support. And have there been some, well, first of all, what was the motivation for you to start working with children?
So I'd studied horticulture and permaculture, and my children were really little at the time. I had one that was in her 2nd year at school, and it was a new school. And I'd gone in there one day, sort of playing in their garden, trying to establish, where a lot of you will be at, trying to establish that within the school. And then the kids came out for their morning tea, and I was absolutely repulsed by what kids were eating. There just wasn't fresh food in there.
Yeah, right.
It was all brightly coloured, all coming in plastic, and I just thought, what is going to feed their minds, their brains? No wonder there's behavioural problems. So that's when I knew, at that stage, why I'd studied all those things and where I needed to put my energy.
That's a great story.
So it's one coming from purpose, like my passion is for kids' health, and that way your kids don't look like freaks if they've got healthy food in their lunchbox.
Yes.
You're spreading that love throughout the whole school.
Yeah, cool.
Throughout each lunchbox.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And so the health is obviously a major contributor to your motivation. And have there been any other sort of surprising gifts, you might say, or things that the children experience through the program that you hadn't expected?
Look, the kids embrace it really quickly. At one stage I was working with what we call middle school, so the kids are around 13, and I remember this so clearly, and it just makes your whole purpose of working with these kids so important. She came up to me and she said, my friend's got cancer, what can I grow that's going to help her?
Oh, wow.
And that was just this massive moment of how important growing food and the message that I was giving these kids of, you know, food for health, and that, you know, at that age she had that message, how can I help her through food.
She'd made that connection, and so many adults haven't even made that connection, so that's awesome.
No.
Yeah.
And the other one I love is when parents complain. I love complaints. Because of you, we've now had to set up a veggie garden at home.
That's cool.
So I love complaints. Bring it on.
Yeah.
My child came home dirty the other day after gardening. Really?
Awesome. That's actually my. I've got a few people in my friends and family who their kids have started gardening at school, and then exactly as you say, it comes home. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Actually.
And one of the things we do is right from the start is they keep a journal of everything that they're learning through the garden and the processes, and you know what they thought of this and that, and etc. At the end of that program, that 12-month program, or if it's longer, the kids don't want to part with their diaries. They want to take them home.
Yeah.
And that's a real compliment.
Yeah.
That, you know, and we're only talking primary school students,
Right.
you know, usually middle to upper primary, and they see the value of hanging on to this, you know.
All their
journal.
personal notes. That's
Yeah,
fantastic.
yeah. So that's good.
Yeah, cool. And so if people want to find out more about you, where can they come?
Okay, I've got a website, Edible School Gardens, and you'll find lots of information on there. You just need to go to the tabs, and for each school there's a rundown of what we've done and lots of photos. And also I'm in the world of Facebook now.
Woohoo! Are you? You're a Facebooker!
It's taken me a while, and that's edible.school.gardens. So
Awesome.
we're uploading photos and information on that all the time as well.
Oh, good on you.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, I'll
Yeah.
post a link to your site underneath this video, so you can go
Fantastic.
and find out more about Leonie and how she's changing the world through teaching kids how to grow organic food.
Yeah, one lettuce at a time.
Perfect.